Okay, folks. Yeah, just when you thought you could put away your babies, just thought when you could put away everything, just thought when you were safe, guess what? I'm back. Yes, season 17 of Kenny's Two Pennies is on the air. Get ready for my opinions. Get ready for my quips. Get ready to hide your valuables. Get ready to hide your kids and everything. 'Cause yeah, it's another season. And I am gonna begin sadly like I've done the last few seasons. 'Cause a couple of people who were great supporters of me passed away this past year. Yep. First one was a great friend to me, a great fan of the show. And I mean, he was a Syracuse alum, a great teacher here for the Seneca Falls School District, and also was the county historian here for nearly 20 years. But Walt Gable was a great person, great friend, and I enjoyed going to Cuse games with him. This is for him. This season is for him. And also for Tim Hoster, another good friend who I went to school with, who is also a great friend, a great fan of the show, and I kind of say was a great Renaissance man. 'Cause I mean, yeah, he did some acting in school plays, he was a member of the Seneca Community Players, and he also was a great member of the Seneca Falls Fire Department. And I mean, I had trusted his opinions, and I trusted his friendship. Tim, this season is for you. Now I've got that out of the way, here we go. Yes, the next season of Syracuse football had kicked off on Saturday. It was a new era for the Orange in more ways than one. New era because we got a coach now that seems to have the ear of the players, that seems with his brutal honesty about how he grew up in those tough streets of Camden, New Jersey, with his family, and also I mean how he's able to conduct himself with the coaches, and that Fran Brown looks to be the real deal. But I mean, heck, he had never been a head coach until this past Saturday. There still is the question, can it translate to being a good head coach? Well, I mean, this past Saturday it showed. A pretty good 38-22 decimating of Ohio. Although it took a half and a little bit of a quarter for the Orange to really kick into gear. Yes, Kyle McCord is definitely what we needed at quarterback. He came from Ohio State to play for the Orange, and he showed that, heck, not only can he scramble at times, he's got a hell of an arm. And I mean, we haven't really had consistency at quarterback for a while. He brings that. And also, welcome back to both Oronde Gadsden II and to Trevor Pena. We missed you, because both of them were injured pretty much for all of last year. But they showed that, hey, with them back, we got some pretty good weapons at tight end and wide receiver. The only main concern I have to say is, hey, our run defense, it was as porous as a sponge. And I mean, Ohio is considered one of the top teams in the MAC conference. The thing is, I'm kind of wondering, if a MAC team can gash our run defense like that, I'm wondering what happens when we start playing the big boys. And of course, the big boys start this Saturday. Georgia Tech comes into the Dome. And you know how those Yellow Jackets can be. They stung Florida State over in Ireland. And they stung Georgia State. Yeah, the Battle of Atlanta, the first battle, went to Georgia Tech. But how are those Yellow Jackets gonna be when they come into the Dome? Hopefully, they'll lose their sting. And the Orange will say, not in our house. And I mean, so far, for one game, it's just one game. Fran Brown, you did a good job, but it's still a long season, still a long ways, still a lot of question marks. You did good with this first game, But let's see how you do the rest of the way, especially with two new teams joining the ACC from California that are on the Syracuse schedule. Yes, Stanford comes in a couple of weeks, and we play Cal right in November. You know, that's really a misnomer. Two teams from California and one from Texas joining the Atlantic Conference. Of course, money talks. We'll see what happens. What way to open the season, Syracuse. Now I go from talking about the Orange to talking about a team that is definitely going to have question marks as they open their season this Sunday. The Bills definitely went through a lot of changes through the offseason. Because of the cap situation, they had to get rid of quite a few of their stars, especially on defense and on offense. And also the wide receiver situation. Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs are both gone. And of course, in the case of Stephon Diggs, it probably was the best thing because I guess he was starting to act like a diva. And the thing is, there had been questions about his diva behavior ever since he came to the Bills. Yes, he was a great effective weapon, but you saw how he tailed off in the latter part of last year. And the thing is, I guess there had been rumors that he started his diva-like behavior. Well, you know what? I guess Brandon Beane decided to bite the bullet and bite the cap numbers and trade him. But now we got a lot of question marks at wide receiver. A lot of no-names. Khalil Shakir did definitely step up. And I mean, he's going to have to definitely use the salt and pepper Shakir this time, because now he pretty much is going to be the leader. But of course, now we got others, kind of no-name wide receivers stepping in. I mean, Keon Coleman was our top draft pick. But I mean, he's a rookie. And a lot of times, rookies take a couple of years to develop. I don't know if he's going to really step in right away and become the leader. But I mean, hey, we have to make sure that the investment we put in him works. Because I'm going to say this. Coleman catches the ball for a first down. His name is going to be in Keon Lights. My bad imitation of electrical noise. But of course, we also got Mac Hollins, who apparently is one who likes to walk barefoot when he isn't on the turf. And of course, when you saw him in the preseason game on the sideline, he wasn't wearing any shoes. And the thing is, hey, they call him Tarzan. Johnny Weissmuller, I'm not. But of course, hey, so nobody could do the Tarzan yell like Johnny Weissmuller. But I mean, heck, I wonder if the Bills fans are going to do that if he does something great on the field. And Curtis, the book according to Samuel, is also going to hopefully step in and become a great wide receiver. Because when he catches a ball, this is what I'm going to say. And Curtis catches the first down according to the book of Samuel. Hallelujah! All right. Hopefully I'm not going to have any priests mad at me and saying, hey, that is sacrilegious, that's blasphemous, you can't do that. Oh, heck, I mean, I could come up with something else. Well, like I said, a lot of no-names at wide receiver. Well, we got a two-headed monster, hopefully at tight end. And if we utilize two tight end alignments with Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, hopefully that can help make up the difference. And of course, we're probably going to utilize our running game because we got Cook and we also got Ray Davis out of Kentucky. And I mean, hopefully he's not going to serve up any Kentucky rain. I don't want to say the other thing because I'm not going to have anybody accusing me of something. But Ray Davis, he's a great feel-good story. I read it. And you know what? Good luck to him He's part of the Bills team now. And of course, the defense didn't look good in the preseason. And of course, with Matt Milano out, oh boy, there's like I said, a lot of question marks. McDermott is going to have his work cut out for him. And yes, this is Josh Allen's team pretty much. He's got to show what a good leader he has been, and he's really got to show it now with a lot of question marks. This is going to be an interesting season for the Bills. It starts against Arizona and Kyler Murray, and hopefully there is no Hail Murray this time. And we go from talking about the Bills to talking about high school. Yep, the high school sports season really kicks off now, especially because it's time to go back to school for both Waterloo, for both Minders, and for all of the students around the Finger Lakes. Waterloo, coached again by Scott, don't call me Maloney because I don't fit inside 2 pieces of bread, is going to have a pretty good team again this year. And the one who was the big star at wide receiver last year is now the quarterback, Dylan Caraballo, showing that, hey, he is the son of the Streakin' Rican. And he's also the cousin of Derek Slikwa, who tried to make the pros. Hopefully is going to be on the practice squad of some team, because I think he gave it a good whirl with the Colts. But Dylan Caraballo is now the quarterback for Waterloo. And Waterloo hopefully is going to have a pretty good season. And Minders, hopefully they can have their best year in quite a while. But you know what? They're playing independent schedule. Because, hey, it's not good year after year and week after week to see them decimated by bigger schools. You know what? They're independent. We're not dependent. We're independent. Yeah, be pretty good to see them hopefully get some wins. And of course, they do meet in, I think it's late October or early November, the annual battle of Seneca County, Waterloo and Minders. And also, I'll be keeping an eye on the volleyball teams and all the other fall teams for the local schools. You know what? Gonna be another good year for high school sports here in the Finger Lakes, especially for Seneca County. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go, Blue Devils. Let's see what you got. And finally, I'm going to stay in high school for my final thing this week. The ban on cell phones. A lot of schools are doing that now. And you know what? Good. Because you're in that school for one reason, and one reason only, to learn. To learn from the person who is there, teaching you the skills, giving you the ideas and the skills that you need to succeed in life. You don't need to be looking down, typing on your phone. You need to be paying attention straight ahead. As you know what? I think there ought to be an app where, if you're looking at your phone, and you don't give it up. You're looking at your phone, you start doing it, all of a sudden, zap, zap. And then the teacher will say, see, you got to pay attention. You got to look at me. Huh. And also, to the Waterloo folks, good luck to the new superintendent. Sarah Capelli becomes the new superintendent of Waterloo Schools. From what I hear, she is a very nice, very well thought, very one who wants to help the students and teachers succeed. Good luck to her. I hope she is a great leader for the district. And that's all I have time for this week. Until next week, my thoughts are right out there. Because you need to explore new worlds. You need to seek out new life and new civilizations. You need to boldly go where no one has gone before. Right, Spock? Eminently logical, Captain. Right, Bones? Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not somebody else. See you until next week.